Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I am glad you made it. It is official. A pay increase is on the way for veterans. Now, every year this has to be done, and it has taken place in the Senate. I wanted to share this with you here now. Before we jump into it, though, I need to throw out a special thank you to Fox Force One. Fox Force One, wow, I can't even describe to you my shock. Thank you so much for the super comment, super chat thing. I really, really do appreciate your support very much. Fox Force One, thank you again for that very generous super comment thing. I really do appreciate it. All right, so jumping into it, on the website for the U.S. Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs, the headline is Senator Moran and Blumenthal introduce bill to deliver cost of living increase for veterans. Now, this is an increase that happens, and we think it just automatically happens for us every single year. Not true. It automatically happens for Social Security recipients, but not for VA. Every single year, the Senate has to take action, or not the Senate, Congress as a whole, and the president needs to sign it into law and all of that stuff to make it all happen. For those that can hear that, that's Stan. Stan's my rooster. He's in the background chiming in like always with his lungs. Here we are. So anyway, this is an important piece of the process, and it is now taking place. I wanted to share it with you that we are officially underway to get that cost of living increase. Now remember, and I'm going to read to you the news release here. It's fairly short. I'm going to read that to you, but keep in mind that the annual cost of living adjustment, COLA, is really the numbers for July, August, and September as compared to the prior year. July, August, and September, those numbers are realized in October, and then compared to last year's, and then that's how you get the actual cost of living increase adjustment. Now, the trend has been upward projections over the last 5 months. So upward projection for the cost of living adjustment. Right now we're hovering in the high twos. I think we should be over 3. Well, I think that it will be over 3. I think that it should be much higher than that to compensate for the years where it has fallen short. In any case, let's jump into it here. Hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. Every thumbs up, every minute watched really does help the channel very much to get the word out, which is what we're trying to do on all the videos, right? It's a way to share information from one to another, and all of us together, many hands like work is the way that we look at it. So with that, let's jump into it here. This came out July 23rd, Wednesday, sharing it with you here today. U.S. Senators Jerry Moran and Richard Blumenthal, chairman and the ranking member of the Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs, that day, introduced legislation to make certain the rate of disability compensation and other financial benefits from the Department of Veterans Affairs for veterans and military survivors keep pace with rising costs and inflation. Now, again, last 5 months, the trajectory has been going upward. Important to think about that. We are at the tail end of July now. Those numbers will come out first couple weeks of August, and we'll share that with you here and give a new updated projection on where we're going to fall as far as the cost of living adjustment. Effectively, a pay raise. I know people get irritated when I say pay raise instead of COLA or cost of living adjustment. Look, a cost of living adjustment is effectively an increase, a pay raise to the disability compensation in which you're receiving. Whatever. Tomato, tomato at the end of the day. The Veterans Compensation Cost of Living Adjustment of 2025, COLA Act, will increase certain VA benefits, including disability compensation, clothing allowance, and dependency and indemnity compensation for survivors, spouses, and children to reflect the reality of increases in everyday costs of living. Okay, so that's all great. For those that don't know, there's also a Chapter 35 increase that the VA does, I believe, internally, and it has historically been higher than the actual cost of living increase. There's also going to be the increase for the subsistence allowance with VRE, Veterans Readiness and Employment Program. There'll be an adjustment there as well. So these are other things that we can be looking forward to here in the next few months. And again, we'll keep an eye on that. A couple quotations here, and then we will go ahead and wrap this up. I like doing these quotes because it gives us, I don't know, a ability to read between the lines a little bit and see what's going on with our senators and what their thoughts are. So let's jump into that. We have a commitment to care for our veterans and their families, and the annual cost of living adjustment makes certain VA benefits are keeping up with changes in our economy, said Senator Moran. These adjustments will help VA better support veterans living with a disability, their dependents and survivors by keeping pace with inflation and Social Security benefit increases to provide veterans and their families the financial stability that they deserve. Next one here, that one was from Senator Moran. This next one is Senator Blumenthal. And by the way, I am personally reaching out to all kinds of elected officials and anybody who reaches back and wants to be on the channel, please do so. I am willing to have anybody on the channel as long as they are well, you know what? Even if you're not pro-veteran, come on board and we'll have a conversation about how your elected position is on the back of a veteran. So there's that. I don't think there's any elected politician out there that would say that they're anti-veteran, but if you are, come on, I'd love to have you. For all of you other ones who are pro-veteran, veteran issues are absolutely bipartisan and they should be treated as such, and veterans should never be a pawn in a political game. That is my stance. So with that, anyway, let's move on to the next quote here. Veterans deserve a fair shake amid the rising costs of housing and inflation, said Senator Blumenthal. I'm proud to join Chairman Moran to introduce this legislation that will make sure veterans and their families' VA benefits are keeping pace with these costs. It's what we promised veterans and what they earned. All right, so that there's a slew of co-sponsors, obviously. I'll butcher some of these names, I'm sure. Co-sponsored by, I'm just going to try to do last names, Boozman, Murray, Cassidy, Sanders, Tillis, Hirono, Kramer, Hassan, Tuberville, King Jr., Banks, Duckworth, Gallego, and Slotkin. All right, so with that, it is officially underway. Our COLA should be secured as we move forward here. Again, every single year, legislation has to be put out there to effectively secure our cost of living adjustment by allowing the VA to mirror the COLA for Social Security Administration. With that, thanks for watching. I appreciate you very much. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.